length of that.
Down! Down on the ground! Down, all of you! Stay back. 2-3 over here.
Let's try to have the drill do its thing without others coming near it. They might notice the sound.
You can make loot bags disappear. Hey, where'd it go? Where did it go? Yeah, it's gone.
That hostage will cost him time. You sure you want to do that?
One shield down, 5 points.
I'm blind! I'm blind! Time to shake the ground! Duck!
Yeah, he dead. Wait, he's not dead. Why is he still here?
He's chasing.
Why is he still here? Did they not fix it for this map? It's broken. It's actually broken. They didn't fix it for this map. No, never mind. I got him. I just had to kill him. Apparently killing all his shields wasn't enough.
Kill the medic! fucking smell! We got one! Time to break a little back.
All of you need to be inside the dealership so I can blow up the C4. Into the hole, Petrolhead. Oh, wow, that was one hell of an explosion.
And there were definitely a few times where people using akimbos would join and they would crash my game because like they're running the mod with the fixes. So they didn't even consider the fact that that was a bug, and then my game will just crash and sometimes lock my entire computer. In case you're just tuning in, the people that I have here on this side, this is the Sidetrack team, formerly known as the MUG or MUG team. They've been working on RAID World War II, and they're now taking over and also supporting us on Payday 2. Mint is asking 64-bit when. That is definitely something that I think is on a lot of people's wish list.
For the 64-bit thing, it is definitely interesting to look at, but right now we do want to focus, as we said, on quality of life and bug fixing.
Mm-hmm.
What we will want to address more directly and sooner is actually the main menu loads a lot of pointless assets right now that already fill up like 2 gigabytes of memory.
Okay.
And that is what's causing the issue of people playing with high textures. Not being able to, like, some of the HEISTS crashing if you are not on medium textures.
Okay.
So if we fix that, then that should already address it. But for the future, considering there's not really 32-bit OSs around anymore,
yeah,
it's definitely something interesting to look at.
Definitely.
64-bit would also for modders as well, for custom maps, would be an interesting thing to look at in the a bit further future, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the short for that is the hype for 64-bit is cool, but there's not really a need to focus on that over optimizing the game.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah, the biggest thing is also as well is that 64-bit would need to be in a done where it doesn't break mods, which is very difficult.
Exactly.
Ignacio is asking, are you planning to implement the Steam MM command as an in-game option? I don't understand really how matchmaking works, so I'm gonna let you tackle
would
this one.
like to make the EOS matchmaking good as our first priority.
Yeah.
And make it work well. That is the prio for also the next stuff that's gonna follow, to make the connections more stable and try to not have the weird disconnects like we have now.
Yeah.
Because
think that is
we already fixed one with long usernames that people couldn't join, and we've seen a couple other in debugging that we weren't able to narrow down quite yet. But I think that should be the highest priority, to make the thing that's currently default stable, right?
Yeah, no, that makes total sense to me, at least. Alright, should I start running some of these bags back? Also, like, I've been playing Payday 3 again. When's Transporter? When can I carry more than one bag? I've been spoiled. But yeah, there's someone else asking if there's any plan on implementing vanilla-friendly QOL mods into the game. I'm not exactly sure if they're referring to specific mods, but I guess maybe you have some thoughts on the just general question.
So, on the topic of quality of life mods, there are some that we can take inspiration from, but we don't really want to just go out, grab someone's mod, and implement it as it is.
Which
we
makes
actually
sense.
we have to take a look at how the game handles all this and make sure it's put in properly.
I guess like a general thing to be said is, if we do balance stuff, we were thinking, this is not like a confirmed or anything, this is just throwing our thoughts out there. We were thinking of maybe doing like a beta branch again. It's the same we did for RAID when we did the new skills, which really helped us kind of shape the system to be what people liked. So maybe that's something that can be looked into, to make a branch, let people try it, maybe in a more closed group, maybe in a more open group, in any shape or form, and see if the community can help us with getting the numbers right.
I saw about the spawn groups not spawning, so we don't want to like touch that kind of stuff at the moment. In the future, there's definitely a conversation to be had about changing spawn logics a bit. But that's not something that could be taken lightly.
In general, everything that like kind of touches balance is very much we need to talk to everyone in the community and see how we can find a consensus together. Like what do we like the balance or the game to be, or like, and that I mean not us as a team, but everyone, so we can figure out a way how to change things without.
Yeah, the same thing answer for the hostage rescue team, because those only spawn during assault breaks, which are like 5 seconds at the moment. So you would either need to make the assault breaks longer, or make the HRT spawn during assaults and then have them a different like spawn logic and everything. And neither of those are like small changes. Those are very big changes to the game. So those are not just something we can do. And there's also the other factions like the Murkies and the Russians don't have HRD units, so those will need to be made. So it's not just the spawn cooldowns is gonna be something that's gonna be reverting, because in the last update that is part when they changed the spawn cooldowns to be way faster. So that is something we'll definitely look into reverting.
But yeah, someone else is asking, any plans on adding new weapons, or if it's only QL updates?
We didn't really plan to add weapons at the time being. There were like talks about trying to figure out how to get like alternatives for some of the licensed stuff that's not available anymore, but there's really nothing on that for now.
Yeah, because I guess my question would be, and I don't know a whole lot about weapons, but I feel like, at least for Payday 2, like, there's so many weapons already in there. Is there any weapons, like, people feel like are missing? Because I feel like the repertoire is pretty good, like, except what you said about potential alternatives for things that are removed due to licenses and stuff. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Do know we are aware that, like, there's no free sniper right now in the game, which is a struggle for some of those achievements.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on our minds, that that's a thing. Like, the community has a voice in this game, and they have an idea of what they like the game to be, and we want to stand behind that and not just make changes for the sake of change.
Yeah. Definitely. And there's someone else asking, will the game size, be optimized so it's smaller? Because, yeah, I mean, this game has had a lot of work on it over the years, so the file size has gone up a little bit as well.
On RAID, we did file compression on the RAID build of Diesel, and if we do 64-bit, we would do file compression in the same update, because that would mean re-downloading the game's files entirely, so it would be a very big update. So we would like to combine those at that point, to have it at the same time, to only have one big re-download of the assets and not multiple.
That makes sense. I saw someone else asking as well about like how often they can expect updates, and it might be a bit too soon to offer like a very specific timeline, but do you have any like goals or ambitions you might want to share with people there?
We don't really have like a set timeline. It's pretty much like
when it's ready.
We do have, general ideas on what we want to fix, and then everything else is a bonus on top of that. And it's whenever it's like feels like this is enough for an update. We don't want to make huge updates, but we don't want to make small ones either. Yeah.
It's very much how we worked on RAID, where we kind of, when we feel it is at a point where we can make it an update and it's a nice round package that we can start rounding off, we do.
Okay, there's a clicker.
But it is very scary for a team of 3 to say, okay, next update is then. And then an issue comes up and maybe we want to fix that. I guess for some context for people, because I don't think anyone knows. So we came from like the modding side, and we've made Sidetrack Games now, and we're gonna do this full time starting January next year. So right now we still have jobs and do it when we have time. But from January on, this will be our full time gig.
They're asking about how often can we expect updates. I know you guys moved to being full-time in January, but I'm just wondering what's the very rough estimate on updates. Maybe we can reiterate what our answer is for this.
Yeah, for this year, if there's like no big issues with this update, if there are, we will do hotfixes. But if there are, we do have another update planned for this year. So it's not gonna be like every other week. It's gonna be like maybe in like December we'll have another one for this year, and then for next year, I don't know yet.
Yeah, because it also depends on like you said earlier, like it depends on how much you have ready as well. Because you don't want to push updates just for the sake of pushing updates. You want there to be like some substance to it.
Yeah, and for next year we have to kind of sort ourselves, because it's our first full-time part, so it's very much something we have to get used to
Which
kind
makes
of see
sense.
what cadence we can keep up with.
But I'm sure we'll do more streams, right? As soon as you have something to share, I'm sure we'll be sitting here again in the future talking about what's happening and give everyone an update on how's it going.
If people want to see those, definitely.
Yeah, I guess it's a good question. Yeah, we haven't wrapped up yet. We're still wrapping up this heist. But Chad, have you enjoyed the stream so far? Would you like to see us do more of these and talking about Payday 2 and what the Sidetrack team is cooking up? I haven't even finished my sentence and I already see yes. I also see someone asking about the DRF. Are there any plans to revert that? I presume that's the damage fall off that I know some people talk about every so often.
That's again one of those like big balance things that we're not really ready to tackle yet. I'm not sure if we can just outright remove them. The better thing probably would be to try to make them less annoying.
Yeah, probably instead of removing it, it would be smarter to actually make it function in an enjoyable way. It's like you're actually you benefit more from the fall-offs instead of you're being penalized. Because I use the SMGs a lot, and I just see that tiny little hit mark and going, oh yeah, they're punishing me for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that is planned to try to add is we made a crash handler for RAID, and we would like to add that to Payday as well, so people don't have to go text file hunting.
You heard the drill, I think.
Yeah.
One thing I want to focus on as well is kind of making the crashes more verbose, because that's something we did on RAID as well, and it really helps us in actually debugging it. And also joining issues as well, when you get when you join a lobby and you just get failed to join game, that is nice but not very helpful.
Exactly.
And in the engine we have a lot of states. We have a lot of feedback that we could display if there was just messages for it. So we want to see if we can make these issues a bit more verbose of why you actually failed to join.
Yeah, that's always really nice because that really helps like everyone to be able to troubleshoot themselves instead of coming to like the Steam forums or something to be like, help, I
And
cannot
even if
join.
they come to us, then we actually understand what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Because like someone coming to you and be like, help, I can't join. It's like, okay, cool. Where do we start this troubleshooting thing? Like. Someone else is asking about optimization with NeuroHeist. That's one I think I maybe missed to ask before, but yeah, there's some problems with NeuroHeist. I know White House is a great example as well, but also like just Silk Road and onwards. Do you have any thoughts about the optimization there?
That'll probably be a me thing. I'll have to look at it when I have time. I want to go through a lot of the maps and try and fix some of the obvious mistakes. So performance issues, I think, are the focus on White House. Because I think the occlusion and the portal work to not render so much stuff is a bit wonky.
I think the another thing we should do is we did something on RAID, like a debugging thing, to figure out which of the models had like the wrong size of texture set to it, which basically made the shaders for it invalid and constantly throw GPU errors.
Okay.
You don't really notice them; they get like thrown in the background. But if those accumulate, that's also a lot of GPU time wasted. So it's something we did on RAID that we probably could debug on PAYDAY as well.
Yes, I remember for RAID that was actually a really big issue because when we fixed those mistakes, the frame rate basically doubled.
That was
yeah,
nice.
it was quite a big increase actually, so it's a good thing to look at. Because if you call 20, 30, 40 broken shaders every frame, that kind of adds up.
That's huge.
Rex, did you fix the glass panes on this? I don't
No, we didn't make any map changes yet because that'd make it a larger update.
True.
We wanted to keep it nice and simple for the first one. It's a lot of stuff that people really wanted and needed.
Yeah, and I'm personally very happy with the Akimbo crash being fixed because, like, I stream this game usually on my channel too. I had a period of time where I did it once per week for achievements and stuff, playing with people. And there were definitely a few times where people using Akimbos would join and they would crash my game because, like, they're running the mod with the fixes. So they didn't even consider the fact that that was a bug, and then my game will just crash and sometimes lock my entire computer.